What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Summer Career Mode. It's episode number 40. Lots to get through today as always, and we're starting with this draw for the Carabao Cup semi-finals where we'll be taking on Brentford at home. And you might think that's the kind draw of the three teams we could have faced there, but they've been our bogey team throughout the course of the entire save. I don't think we've beaten them yet either, so whoever we're going to face, really tough, and it will be Keith Andrews Bees. Right, yet loads to get through today. We'll have the first leg of that semi at the Triangle as well, plus lots of games in the Premier League too. Right now, we are still in the top four and only 1 point off the league leaders Liverpool after an incredible start to the season, and we'll have the FA Cup third round host of Manchester City as well. So loads to get through today, including the opening of the January window. Let's jump into our first game. It's the Toffees at home as David Moyes' side come and visit the Triangle, where this season we are yet to taste defeat in the Premier League, I think, still. So yeah, it will be Everton. First game today of many. Coming to use. Oh no, wait, sorry, we lost to Chelsea, didn't we, at the... Oh, ball! Yes, come on! At the Triangle. But to be fair, only 2 losses all season long in the Premier League right now. Oxford United's expectations are moving. I said at the start of the campaign, top 10. Now, European football. I'm calling it. We've got to get there. I often say that when you move, your expectations need to move as well. Is that our throw? No, it's not. And so, ultimately, we, at the start of the season, were not targeting a European place. I said top 10. The board might have said qualify for the Europa League, but I said no, top 10, take it in stages. But because of the start of the season we've had, as Cumming makes a good save, and Hutchinson just about wins that rebound. When you start developing, your objectives have to move with you as well. So I take Forest as a good example last year. No one was expecting at the start of the season they could have been a Champions League team, and they were for the longest period of time before dropping it towards the end. And of course, after the Crystal Palace ownership debacle, ended up finishing with a Europa League finish for this season. That's how I'm seeing Oxford United. We don't have to be a top 4 team. We don't have to qualify for the Champions League. But based on the start we've got, what we can't afford to do is drop out of a European place altogether. Our expectations are moving. We're developing, so our expectations need to as well. Problem we're facing though is the energy. Higgins absolutely flat out needed subbing off. Lowe getting tired out there as well. Dior ending with like 10% energy at best. This is the problem now. We've got plenty of midweek games coming in January and closing out December as well. Can our small squad handle the fixture congestion, especially with a League Cup semi coming next month as well? Right, following game, and again, only 4 days rest heading into this one straight after Boxing Day, Manchester City, and right now we might still be in a European place, but can we cling on to top 4? Well, that is going to be the big ask as we end the first half of the season here. Yep, our final game before January, I believe, is Manchester City away at the Etihad Stadium. Don't fancy our chances here, but a big scalp, and we could show we mean business and we can be a Champions League team next season. Next up, Guardiola's Man City away at the Etihad. Nope, I was wrong. Game in 3 days' time at home to Aston Villa. You can see this is what happens when a team starts to get tired, man. Individual, silly, unforced errors, under-hit passes. Yeah, that kind of happens when teams begin to lose their energy and fatigue starts to show. And now again, the league leaders, Man City away, will do very well to win this one here. And if you do get the chances, you got to take it. Shifted on Higgins' right foot, simple save, still 0-0. But a fast start here, we'll get chances. Again, the question is, will we be able to take them? Would we be a European team right now if we weren't sticking to the youth player rule? Maybe, maybe not. It's kind of hard to tell, really. But you might notice that Lowe and Higgins have now both got into the 80s. So I've got 2 players now that are past 80 overall. So I said it. You know, this tends to happen with youth players. Like, it takes a long time for them to get even mediocre at a Premier League standard. But once they get into the high 70s and the early 80s, oh, that's when the growth is incredibly quick. And it's what we're seeing now with the dynamic duo who combined for the goal against Everton and may well combine for the opening goal here as well. They are the guys, man. I am telling you. Higgins and Lowe both at it again. 1-0. Oxford lead at the Etihad. I'm definitely doing this again next year, by the way. Like, genuinely, it's been such a fun project, man, to develop these youth players, albeit quite slowly, for the most part. It's been really, really fun. That's a lovely little move there. There's Lowe's going to pop it out wide towards Tyrese. He'll take it around Mateus Nunes. Centre half, worried about one man in the middle. Let's Dolan come through and rocket one into the roof of the net. Tyrese Dolan, ex-Manchester City youngster, had to score today and makes Oxford United 2-0 up right before the break. What a goal that was. Oh, no. You cannot give that amount of space on the edge of the area for a player as good as him. 2-1 and our lead cut in half right before the break, and that's the one thing you can't afford to do when you've got a comfortable lead away against one of the big boys. Don't let them back in it heading into the break, because that gives them confidence and a chance to get momentum. What a player he is, by the way, Vitinha. And I'll be totally honest here, when he was at Wolves, I didn't think much of him, to be totally honest here, as Man City had the level. I knew I was going to throw this away. Right, that's the thing, my momentum right before the rate changed. We were comfortably leading 2-0. We let them back in it. Look what's happened. But yeah, I'll be honest, and I'm always quick to admit this. If I get something completely wrong, I'll tell you. I was wrong, man. I did not think that was from Vitinha. He is a baller and a joy to watch when the ball's at his feet as well. As Amin skips away, and oh, how on earth did that not go in? Agrizabala got a touch to flex off the woodwork and somehow clawed off the line. City, you're going to win this. You can just feel it, man. Seriously, with Jarell Hato looking for a bit of space, pops it back to Rodri. And veteran now, Spanish midfielder rolls it through. Haaland plays it back low. What a big tackle. Had to win the ball there. Otherwise gives away a penalty in stoppage time. But oh, ref, are you really going to blow for full time there? So what, Man City allowed to play into the 49th minute in the first half to get their goal. Granted, it was right on the edge of the area. And you weren't allowed that 3-on-2 down the right. Don't get those calls away to big clubs, do you? Come on now. Come on. I mean, granted, I was probably going to lose the ball around the corner flag, but come on, seriously. What I always say, the refs are well within their rights to blow for full time once the allocated minutes have been played. They were played. I can't really complain. Just got to chalk it up to a bit of bad luck. One of those things. Sometimes you get those decisions in your favour. Sometimes you don't. One of those things. Right, jumping into the following game, New Year's Eve. To be fair, decent point there at the Etihad. Might have thrown away 2-goal lead, but it's still a point regardless there against what were the league leaders. Let's jump into the following game. Back in the triangle, Aston Villa at home on New Year's Eve, and on the back of no wins in our last two games, two disappointing draws. Got to return to winning ways here if we want to be a top 4 club or a European club of any kind. Next up, Aston Villa on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I always say, luck is going to balance itself out, and I've scored deep into stoppage time, past the allocated minutes plenty of times. Sometimes it works in your favour, sometimes it doesn't. Over the course of the season, over the course of a save, it will balance itself out. It might feel at times that you're being a little unlucky, and it might feel at times that it seems to go a bit more towards the opposition's favour compared to yours. But on the balance of things, maybe you might be a bit unlucky at times. But as Dolan hits the crossbar. For the most part, I'd say it's quite even. Sometimes you get the call, sometimes you don't. This is a huge game as well, because Aston Villa right now are only below us on goal difference as we close out the first half of the season. And so, if we want to be a European club, forget Champions League, we're just European altogether. Well, we say it all the time, the Premier League is just so hard to be successful in, because as Aarons is through, good save, Emi Martinez. Ultimately, you've got the traditional top 6, and oftentimes one of those clubs may have an off year during the course of the season, but then you've got Aston Villa, you've got Newcastle as what you call the emerging clubs, and then of course there's always one wild card every year. 2 years ago, Fulham finished in the top 4 in this save, so it's so hard to be a European club with the sheer amount of quality teams you've got to compete with. But you know what? This season, I'll be disappointed if we don't get there. If we don't finish top 7, doesn't need to be top 4, but top 7, I'll be disappointed. Hudson to Malero, and Aston Villa coming forward for their first chance. Great offload by Ossie. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant from Donyell Malen. And get out. Come on, don't do that to Malik, man. You just sent him tumbling. Don't add insult to injury as well. Great finish from Vic, and it is 1 Aston Villa. Look at this on the replay, man. It's sliding in with Dior, thinking the shot's going to get taken there. No, quick little offload back to Vic, and a great finish pass coming as well. Aston Villa have the lead, and as things stand, no wins in 3, 2 points taken from 9. That is not the kind of form that gets you into European football. Yeah, that's going on Donyell Malen's Instagram page tonight at the expense of Malik Dior, and that is going to be a goal to go along with the assist as well. A quick fire double for Emirates Villa. 2-0 down, 2 before the break. And after only 1 defeat all season long at the Triangle, the second is definitely on the cards now. We're just gassed. We're just exhausted. We're just tired, man. And you can definitely feel it out there as well. This is what is going to stop us being a European club. The midweek games, the tiredness. It's been a problem throughout the course of the save. I mean, Higgins, right there in the bottom right, 0% energy. He's finished. He's absolutely gassed out there, man. If he runs, he's going to pull his hammy. It's just a big issue we've got right now. And it's why I'm so desperate. Oh, Dior's had a stinker as well, as Osimhen should have got his brace. But I desperately need those youth players to kick on that are out on loan right now. And I need a backup striker as well for Higgins too. A youth player, I should say, with Jefferson down right now. But, yeah, that's the issue we've got, really. The youth players' growth being so slow, and the rule we're implementing as well, means that it's incredibly difficult, especially in the midweek games too, to have the amount of quality we need. Oh, Higgins, what a sitter. Fully fit Michael Higgins buries that no problem. Exhausted Higgins could barely swing a leg at it. 2-0 defeat. Undefeated run at home coming to an end. Our 3rd loss of the season and outside the top 4. 2 points taken for a possible 9. Yeah, our objectives might have moved to needing to qualify for a European competition, but it's not Champions League. We are not ready for it, not in my book. Right, 3 more scouting updates as January is here. Well, these are actually the final scouting updates of the mission, so I need to put players in, as I've not got anyone yet. We'll put Mason Alexander in from Vanuatu, and that'll be the one player making it. And from Bhutan, I thought I had a good midfielder. Maybe he got poached. Oh dear. Oh dear, I thought I had one. In that case, it's the highest potential, so he's going to make it Durgesh Gupta. And from Lesotho, I'm going to give one to Metsing Raleketla, who, to be fair, has looked the best of the lot in the mission. So thankfully, no one poached him, and I'll pick him up. So tough one there from those 6 months. Didn't really get what we were looking for, but even so, the academy now looking like this as January is here. There's still some really good talent, but I think the best we've got now are all out on loan, or of course in our first loan as well. This guy to me does look pretty solid, to be fair, as a young fullback, but other than this Adams lad, no one with what you call superstar potential. So tough one, that tough scouting for this year. And yeah, I think from now, as we're 5 seasons in, the best academy players are the ones we've got. I've taken a gap year for next season anyway, but yeah, the best we've got are the ones that are currently in the first 11 or out on loan. By the way, Butkus, great decision not to record him up 3 right now to 76 overall. Simon's up to 74 for a little loan watch for you here. Samuelson's now 72 as well. So, yeah, Butkus will be back next year, and that'll be the one that will get thrown straight in to our first 11. No doubt about that. God, how many players got on loan? This is literally ridiculous. We've got a loan factory. Although, to be fair, we have got this lad back from loan who looks really exciting, and he's got that tag as well, exciting prospects. So 74 overall central midfielder, definitely going to give him some game time. And again, as I mentioned before, I don't think you can loan out a player in January if they've just come back to you. He's got 81 finishing as well, so possibly a backup striker for Higgins after all. But yeah, we'll give him some game time, especially with that nice potential tag. Right, following game, let's try and do 2 or 3 more games today as well. Next up, this has got to be a win, man, seriously. Remaining at the Triangle on the back of that big defeat to Aston Villa, dropping outside the top 4 and now taking on Andoni's Bournemouth here in Oxford. Huge game to return in. If we can get back on track with a big win here, then I feel like we can kickstart our form again. But another big defeat and an Arsenal away in the week as well. And yeah, let's just say I'm not going to be feeling overly optimistic about getting back on track for a top 4 place. Following contest, massive on the Triangle, Bournemouth in Oxford. Actually, I was wrong. Our midweek game isn't Arsenal in the Premier League. It's even bigger. Carabao Cup semi-final, first leg, Brentford, and in this form... Oh, Higgins, that would have been amazing. On this form, I don't think we've got much chance there as Dembele wins it. But look at the hustle, man. That's Karamoko Dembele winning a header to help us get the goal, which he will get with the through ball from Higgins, man. And this is the hustle. This is the kind of stuff you can do when you've had a bit more rest time. We were playing game after game after 2 or 3 days rest max. Our team isn't ready for that. We just had a whole week's worth of rest. The hustle on full display in the first 10 minutes. I preach hard work and doing it consistently as well, and I am a firm believer in it. But one thing I neglect to mention, and I really should start talking about, is the importance of rest and recovery, because you need that in order to function at your highest level. We've had the rest, we've had the recovery, and you can see it out there, you can feel it. We're far fresher and fitter, we're far better, we're far more alert, we've got far more chance of winning this one. Yeah, I really wish, as Malik just wanted that more there, I'd spoken about this more. Like, I am a firm believer in hard work and consistent hard work. Don't get me wrong. It's what I've kind of just subscribed to for my entire life philosophy, really. But, oh, what is that from Teddy? Ultimately, you do have to have some rest as well. You can't be on it all the time. You know, short term, maybe, initially, you'll see some rewards for being on it every single day, but long term you are just going to burn yourself out, make yourself more susceptible to fatigue, high levels of fatigue, injury, elevated levels of stress, and you're going to need more time to recover. So yeah, rest is not stagnation, it's a fundamental part to your growth as well. As Karamoko Dembele rolls it across, and Higgins! Come on! Says, can I get a rest now, Gaffer? Because I need one at the break. But I think so. 2-0 up. Oxford surely returning to winning ways. Yeah, Higgins and Dior both coming off at the break, needing rest, especially with that Carabao Cup semi in the week. And I want them both out there. They're my main two guys, man. Dior might be 76 overall, but he's my main centre-half, man. And as for Higgins, well, you know, his goal-to-game ratio throughout the course of the save speaks for itself. No one is as important to this team as Michael Higgins. The second half begins, and you know, again, with 10 days seeing us play 4 times, this is what I'll probably need to do in this second half. Hold on to the ball, conserve the energy. Whilst I'd love to get a couple more goals, improve the goal difference swing, I say hold on to the ball, play the game at a walking pace, if you will, and conserve as much energy as possible. At this point, we've got to be really strategic. If we don't have a chance, with so many big games coming in the next few days, we've got to be very, very strategic here. Yes, perhaps some fans will be disappointed that we decided not to push for more goals in this second half. What I'll be saying is, guys, we didn't win any of our last 3. We need to get back on track. We've done so. We've kept a clean sheet as well, and we've not burnt much energy out, considering what we know is coming in 3 days' time. Because this is going to be a really, really fundamental victory here against Andoni's Cherries. And it means that on the back of a massive win to keep us in European football and get us back on track, we head into the game in the week against Brentford here at the Triangle on the back of a massive win. So let's do it. Penultimate game today, and it is one of the biggest of the save as well. For the first time in the series, we are in the semi-finals of a domestic cup, and 180 minutes could separate us from a place at Wembley for the first time in the save as well. This is it. First leg, Carabao Cup semi. I don't think we've beaten Brentford in the entire save so far, but can we put out a massive first leg victory here at the Triangle and put us 90 minutes away from a place in a domestic cup final for the first time in club history. Carabao Cup semi first leg, Brentford at home. Come on, Use. This might be the best chance we get at a final place in the entire save, you know, because I don't know how many more seasons we've got. You know, we're 2 weeks away from the new FC. Obviously comes out on the 19th of September. Really excited for it. So I'd say we've only got 2 more seasons after this. This might be it, you know, this might be it. This might be it. JLS, one shot. This might be the one shot to make a final. Oh! In the entire save. So make it count, as JLS would say. We got to get this, man. We got to do this. And Schwerman wins it back. Lowe finds that we're up for it. The crowd are up for it. I'm up for it. Higgins is up for it. Michael Higgins sends the Triangle into elation. Oxford lead 12 in at the Triangle. You only get one shot, so make it count. Oh, what a tune, what a belter. I'm definitely playing some JLS after this, man. Come on, yes, Teddy, son. Oh, Higgins. Oh, Higgins. 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 Wonderful. Oh, keeper does well. Brilliant save. Oh, not this guy. Not this guy. Oh, great, what a save. Dio does enough. Curie blocks the shot. And it's still 1-0. That is amazing keeping from the Chad, who's got us here with the penalty-saving heroics in the last round. Half an hour in, there is no way this first leg finishes 1-0 though. There is at least 1 or 2 more goals in this. Maybe right now, Alvarez dispossessed by Curie. Chance remains alive, Dior gets it away. And Oxford remain in front for now. And it's crucial to say for now because there's still 55 minutes of normal time remaining. And a whole second leg to play in West London as well, lest we forget. She's the kind of girl boys read about in magazines, glossy magazines. Some of you guys might have been born after that song was released, but let me tell you, it's a belter. I'll leave it in the description down below. And we are making that one shot count in this game here, leading by 1. Could we go 2 goals up right after the restart? Higgins, fresh air swipe, and Brentford get it away. Actually, it's been 20 minutes played in this second. I thought we just kicked off. 20 minutes have been played. And to be fair, we're doing well here, keeping Brentford at bay for the most part. Gray made a great save in the first half, but here come the Bees again. I feel confident we'll get another great chance in the second. They've got one. They've not taken it. The Chad, once again, 2 sublime saves by the Trinidadian international, we assume. And it is still 1-0 Oxford for now. You see the disparity in the top left in terms of possession. We've done a good job of keeping hold of this ball. We've not really done a lot with it. Thankfully, when you're leading by a goal, you don't have to, really. But there's a whole second leg to play at the G-Tech, and oh dear. It's not been a great performance, that's the thing. Whilst we are winning, we haven't exactly played very well out there. There's Konate. Feeds a brilliant ball through. It's a great touch, and there's the... It was coming. It was coming. Fabio Carvalho leveller, and it's no less than Brentford deserve. Well, we are going to have the tie in the balance heading back to the capital, but I have to say, we're lucky to not be losing heading back to West London. We'll have a chance. We'll have a chance at the G-Tech. There's no doubt about that, but I think you have to say, based on the performance out there, Brentford deserved the win. Based on our record against them, haven't beaten them in the save so far. I feel we had to win the first leg, really, and I just wasn't on it. Might have got the early goal, might have led for most of the game, but don't let that tell the full story. Brentford should have won this, really. And going back to the capital, we'll need a heck of a performance if we are to make Wembley. Right, let's do it. Final game today, and only 1 win in our last 5 in all competitions. I doubt that it's going to be 2 wins in 6, because whilst we stay at the Triangle, we are welcoming one of the best clubs in the country. It is, of course, Manchester City in the FA Cup 3rd round, and based on our energy levels, our tiredness, and having Arsenal in the week in the Premier League as well, I'm resting most of my team here and just saying, I doubt our cup run is going to go any further than the 1st round we enter. Our final game today, last 64 of the cup, Man City at the Triangle. Come on, the U's. To be fair, I've got a pretty strong lineup out there for this game because it counts towards the objectives, whereas the Carabao Cup doesn't, as we often talk about, which is so frustrating because there's Phillips, who's getting his first start for the club here since coming back from loan. Almost got a goal in his debut, only to be denied by Aga Isabella. But it's one of those silly things where I just wish the board would have more intelligence when it comes down to objectives and based on the manner of your progress as well. Like in Football Manager, for example, like if we get knocked out here by Man City, no one should really complain based on the strength of our opponents, you know. Whereas in FM, the board might sometimes be lenient because of that. Like at the end of the season, when they see you fail this objective, for example, getting knocked out in the 3rd round as opposed to getting to the quarters like the board wanted, they might say, well, we understand that it was, you know, one of the best clubs in the country, so it was going to be very difficult for you. You know, the draw was very, very hard, and you had no control over the draw. But in career mode, it's like, don't care. Don't care. I like to look at that Phillips lad, you know. I'm definitely going to give him the game time between now and the end of the season. Maybe not always starting, but certainly off the bench. And it's just a shame that, again, you can't loan a player out when they've come back in January. But one of those things is Haaland is through, and there is literally no chance that Chad Gray or Jamie Cumming or combined could get anywhere near that. When you talk about the top corner, that is right in there. There's no way Higgins is going to be able to start this game, or Dior as well. Just far too tired. So when I'm missing probably my most 2 important players alongside Teddy, chances are very, very low. When you've got a midfielder making his debut, playing in the striker role. Oh, well, to be fair, that's one thing he can do, as he finds Forson, who keeps his balance brilliantly and finishes. And look in the top left as well. Look in the top left. At the Etihad, I was fuming, and now we are lucky to take advantage of the play continuing. Like I said earlier, it's why I don't get too annoyed, even if initially I might be a bit frustrated, because I am a firm believer in it. Luck would eventually balance itself out. Might not have got it at the Etihad, definitely got it here. It's why you'll very rarely hear me rage as well, because it's like, eventually things will balance itself out. You might be waiting a while, but I'm a firm believer in this. Over time, eventually, things will balance itself out. Over the course of a long season, a long save, eventually you will get yours as the AI get theirs. As the second half gets underway here, well, I must say, 26 minutes to go, still tied at 1-1. We could win this, you know, but as Haaland is unmarked, it's always going to be a goal. Chad should have done better, I'll be honest, but free header for Erling, 6 yards out. What do you expect? Well, we certainly haven't embarrassed ourselves out there, despite a much-changed lineup and only 3 days' worth of rest, but... Oh, hang on. Curie! Oh no, gee! When you talk about an unlikely hero, he's just given us 30 more minutes. Where did the left back come from? I think it's his first goal in the save, isn't it? I don't recall Curie scoring a goal in the save, you know. Maybe back when we were in the Championship, but not since we reached the top flight. And that late leveller from an unlikely source have forced extra time. 30 more minutes, saddle up, we're not out yet. I haven't got Higgins on the bench because he's just far too tired. I've given him the day off and he can play the full 90 against Arsenal in the week. But, oh, no. I think our best shot here is... No, Gray with the save. Take it, Pens. Just hold on the best you can. Take it, Pens. And again, our record on penalties, very good. Played 4, won 3, only lost once. And of course, got through the Carabao Cup quarters on penalties as well. So if we can just hold on for the spot kicks, we'll have a chance on that. But oh, great save, Gray, and pounce on the rebound. The question is, can we hold on? Yep, that's going to do it. We've survived, and it will indeed be a penalty shootout. Jack's late goal rescues us, and it gives us a chance on the lottery of the spot kicks. Our record, played 4, won 3, lost 1. And let's see if we can knock out one of the favourites to win it and make the last 32. Come on, the U's, hold your nerve. So I'm going to have Goodrum ahead of Masengo, but I actually feel quite confident with that run now. I'm going to put Phillips up as well because he's got the best finishing stat of the lot. In fact, you know what? I'm going to make him take it number 1. I'm going to make him take it number 1. His first game for the club, and what a moment this could be for the young man. Against Agrizabala, sends him the wrong way. And Oxford United lead on the spot kicks, but Haaland takes the next. So frustrating. So frustrating, man, seriously. You go the right way and you so often don't get anything on it. Rafinha scores. Again, my strategy normally is if you go that way and you scored, you stay that way. So I will. But it's not going to be the same corner. I'm going bottom. And it was the right decision. It wouldn't matter either way. But even so, it's 3-2. Chad, can you make a save, son? Oh, yes, you can. Oh, thank God, I changed the corner. Come on, Teddy, son. I haven't missed a penalty in this shootout, just like the last one. And Conor Gallagher, product of the Chelsea Academy, needs to score. And he's denied! The Chad! Spot kick hero again! Nobody remembers that mistake for Haaland's second goal. All they remember now is this guy is a penalty saving king. He's done it again! I think that's what we're going to start doing now as well when trying to save penalties. Because I went the right way for the first one but didn't get gloves on it. But you'll notice for the 2 I saved, I stepped to that side. And I think that's what we need to do now. If I'm going that way anyway, I might as well be across to that position. Oh, come on. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching today's episode of the Summer Career Mode. If you've enjoyed it, please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final against Brentford away at the G-Tech. More big games in the Premier League and the FA Cup 4th round draw and the game against whoever it will be as well. Have a great day, guys. Much love. And I'll see you for the next episode of the Summer Career Mode very soon. The Chad, come on.